let me tell you, the weather feels so good right now. Welcome back to another video, guys, on the channel today. And this is gonna be a tricky one, to be honest with you, because it has so much variation and it can go so many ways, and man, it's a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna try to condense it as much as possible. And that is, what bike should you start with? And we're going to be talking about specifically if you want to start either on a sport bike or a naked, right? Oh my god, that's a giant pothole. I'm going to try to just keep this off the dome here. No notes, but we're going to separate it into two categories. We're going to separate it into people that have ridden motorcycles before, whether that be motocross or any other kind of two-wheel motorized vehicle, or the people that have not ridden a motorcycle. And so let's start with the people that have not ridden a motorcycle, right? If you've never ridden any kind of motorcycle, you should not be starting on anything more than like a 400, in my opinion. And the reason for that is because there's a lot of things for you to get used to. And not only the bike itself, but the controls for the bike. So you gotta get used to handling a clutch, handling a shifter, handling your brakes in your hands. In the car, you don't really have to do that. You just have to worry about driving. And then your feet do the rest. Where here is most of the things are in your hand. So when you want to turn, your turn signals, when you want to put your high beams on, when you want to beep, when you want to start your bike, when you want to brake, when you want to clutch in. So there's a lot of things to get used to, and having the weight and power of like a 600 or 1000 is only going to scare you, in my opinion, because you're not ready for that. So if you've never ridden a motorcycle, just start small, man. Trust me, there's no rush. There's no point in starting on 1000, getting scared of the bike, and then you never ride it. Especially that it's going to be quite expensive on all fronts, not just the bike, but also insurance. So yeah, no motorcycle, start on a 400. There's no point in rushing it. You're going to get there anyways, but you might as well learn how that bike feels between your legs. Pause. But you want to get used to those controls. You want to get used to coming up to a stop sign and not having to think, all right, I have to clutch in, I have to downshift, I have to brake, right? And that's not even getting into the whole learning the body positioning, learning how to rev match if you don't have a bike that has rev matching for you. So those are all things that you learn. And having the power where, for example, let's say you sneeze and you just flick the throttle, that is kind of scary when you have a lot of power and you can't manage it. So I'd rather you guys be safe. Safety is always kind of #1 priority. So I'd rather you guys be safe and take your time learning that. You know, take maybe 6 months on an R3 or a Ninja 400 with ABS and get used to that for the first 6 months, and then just sell it, get rid of it, trade up. It's not like a car, guys. It's not like you can just start, let's say you have never driven a car before, it's not like you can start on a Ferrari SF90. Like, that's not how it works. It's a lot more risk on the bike. You're putting not just your life, but the lives of others, as well as your family. You know, you gotta not ride selfishly, in my opinion. You gotta keep all those things in mind. So now, what if you have some experience? So to recap, no riding experience, 300, 400. Get used to the bike, get used to shifting, get used to downshifting, get used to rev matching, get used to the weight when you're turning, right? Get used to avoiding things, go to the parking lot, practice your U-turns. That's one of the things that probably take the biggest thing to learn on, is those U-turns and stuff like that. So practice that stuff. No one is judging you, bro. Trust me. Whether you're on a 300, 400, 600, 1000, it doesn't matter, man. The fact that you're riding and the fact that you're part of the community is all that matters at the end of the day. And it's a great community to be part of, let me tell you. So now, what if you have riding experience? Well, that's a little different. I feel like if you have riding experience, you can already start at a 600. Shit, you can even go ahead and go straight to the 1000, in my opinion, because especially the newer 1000s, because the newer 1000s have power modes. So you can technically go on a 1000, switch your power modes so that you don't have all that power at your disposal when you're getting used to that bike, and slowly work your way up. So I feel like that would kind of be a good starting point. A 600 would definitely be great. Maybe one of the new R9s, get all of that technology, the quick shifting up and down, the cruise control, things like that. That R9 is going to be great, man. I'm telling you guys. You guys are sleeping on it. A lot of people are hating on it, but I released the video when I went to go see it yesterday at Broward Motorsports. Let me tell you, you guys are sleeping on that bike. That bike is going to be fantastic, not just for beginner riders, but also people that have been riding older 600s and just want to get that technology package without going up and crazy in power. So yeah, man, if you have that experience in motocross and you're used to shifting those gears and you're used to the weight, handling that weight between your legs, I mean, you're good to go, bro. I feel like you can start on a 600 or maybe even the 1000. Now, there is another point of discussion, but that's just more on the personal note, and it's just personality trait, character, right? If you're the kind of person that you're driving a car right now and you're always going 100 where you're going, like, man, I don't know. I mean, you could get a bike, right? You can do whatever you want at the end of the day. It's just you making that decision. But you want to be able to know where you can and where you can't, do those things, especially on a bike, man, because one wrong move and that's it, you're done. You become part of the pavement, you become part of the wall, you become part of the tree, and you're there forever, and then you leave behind a family that, they told you don't get a bike, but you refuse to listen, and you rode selfishly. So you have to have an introspective look. You have to really be honest with yourself and say, do I really want access to all of that power? If you're seeing these TikToks and Instagrams and YouTube videos where they're flying by and you're like, man, I want to do that too, maybe don't start at the 1000. Get a bike, but don't start on the 1000. Maybe start on the 400 and then just work your way up and then see if it's really for you. Like managing that corner right there, if you've never been on a bike, like those 90-degree corners, dude, can get scary. I remember when I first got my bike, it's scary. Like having that weight is, it's not that it's scary, but it's not something that you're used to. And the last thing you want to be thinking about when you're riding is your riding, So experience matters, guys. Trust me. These people that love to rage bait and say, yeah, you can definitely start on 1000, man, don't listen to them, because it's not their life they're putting at risk, right? It's yours. So just be responsible, ride safe. Obviously, you're not going to drink and drive, so don't drink and ride. That's just a no-brainer. And just be responsible. If you guys are enjoying the video so far and have your opinions on what it is that you should start with, man, leave them down in the comments down below. I love reading these comments and seeing your guys' perspective. I've had guys that stop in the comments and be like, man, I'm on my 40th bike. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And that's just cool because you get to see a progression, right? So I love seeing what you guys started with. I love seeing why you guys moved up. I love seeing stuff like that. So if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe down below. The channel has been absolutely blowing up, and I can't thank you guys enough for the support we've gotten. Make sure you leave that thumbs up so that this algorithm picks it up and recommends it to other people. Maybe that they're wondering, ooh, accents. Maybe they're wondering what they should start with. Like I said, this is honest as hell. I have no skin in this game. It's your life. You do whatever you want. If you have no experience, trust me, you don't want to buy a bike that you're scared to ride, because you'll never ride it, and when you do ride it, you're gonna make mistakes because you're always second guessing. So get something comfortable, go to the dealership, sit on the bikes, see how they feel, and make your decision from there. You know, maybe take an MSF course and see how the bike feels. But whatever you guys decide to start on, if you guys pick the right thing, you will absolutely love it. There is nothing better than going out for a day like this, a beautiful day like this, riding, enjoying that fresh wind, beautiful 80-degree weather. It's gonna be fantastic, guys. I promise you, you will love it as long as you make the right decision. If you get on that bike and you feel scared, that is not the bike for you. So with that being said, guys, I just wanted to make the quick video today and just give my 2 cents on what I think you guys should start with for those of you that are looking to buy a motorcycle or are looking to get back into riding. And just give my 2 cents, man. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave the video right there. I will be posting another video on Thursday, and yeah, I'm on vacation this coming week, so looking forward to making some content. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you click the thumbs up down below, and let me know in the comments, what did you guys start on and what would you recommend someone to start on? I'm genuinely curious and listening to what you guys are saying. With that being said, guys, goodbye, ride safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.